So today we will concentrate on architecture. So architecture is nothing but it's a blueprint how that Android execution will work. So that we will see here. So in this there are five layers are there in Android architecture. So by using that layers, it will work easily on this. So now how it will be. So this is the architecture of Android. So one, two, three, four, five, six. So total there are six layers in this. So these six layers, based on these six layers, this will work. But here now we will see how these six layers will work one by one, step by step. We will see here first. So first, for example, I want to open any application. So which is the like any application, just I want to open here. So once I click on this application, let us say dialer, I want to call or I want to open camera. So once I click on camera, that camera support, whatever the support is required, it will come here. From there, whatever the support in this layer, in this layer, in this layer, in this layer, like it will go layer by layer, layer by layer. It will combine all the respective parameters from the each layer. Then finally it goes to the binder IPC. From the binder IPC, it directly interact with the user. So that's the reason in a definition, while we are discussing about the definition, there we discussed about this. So it will communicate, always it will communicate with through binder IPC because it will run always on top of the Linux kernel. So this is nothing but here this. Through this layer, it will communicate to the user. Right. Now we will concentrate one by one component here. This. So this here, like it is this following diagram, like here, whatever the diagram it is showing. So that is the architecture. So first layer, that is the system apps. So the system apps are nothing but it's not a fixed. Then that component will change because whatever the apps I install my phone, that we called as a system apps. Maybe I install 20, you install 10, someone install 5. That depends on users. So that depends, that is whatever the apps we install that. So that's the reason no need to discuss much on that particular this. Then comes into the second one. So that is the API framework. So that is API framework. API is nothing but that is the application program interface. The communication between the client and server. So the client and server. So that client and server communication will happen here through this layer. So in this, there is a one section called managers. So in this, there are a couple of different kind of managers will be there. So the managers is nothing but here now like activity. So the activity is nothing but here. So like each page, when I open any application, once one page is open, so that particular page will called as an activity. So like each application, each page, it has more than one activities. Means like for example, you can take WhatsApp. So WhatsApp opening page is one, contacts page is one, status page is one. Like if I open inside the chart, there is one, backup is one. Like there are multiple pages in that particular application. Like each application, 99% of the applications are having more than single page, even though more than 99% also we can say, because very, very rare cases applications are having the single page. Right. Apart from that, all the applications should have more than one page so that all the things can be handled by this activity manager. Simple here, you can remember activity is nothing but it's a page. So that pages can be handled here. This. Then after that, location. So like nowadays we are majorly in the older days we are not depending on that much on the location, but nowadays we are mostly dependent on this location, right? So that location related things will be handled by this location manager. Here we are handling that here. This. Then after that, the packages. So like package is nothing but some group of classes together we call as a package. Like in each application, there are more than one package we will use. So the package, the combination of some module level, all the module files will be stored in one place, like that we called as a module, like package. So that each application should have the more than one package. So that will be handled by this. So that will call as a package manager. The next here it is that notification manager. So like how we are creating the notifications. So those notifications, like I'm receiving alerts, notifications. So such kind of all the things can be handled by this notification manager. This. And after that, there is a resource manager. Like it is providing the lot of resources for us. Like I want to create an image, I want to create a button, I want to create a radio button. So such kind of all the things which are predefined in these resources. So those all are the things can be handled by this resource manager. Then telephony manager, like Wi-Fi connectivity, network connectivity, like all the things can be handled by this. That is a telephony manager here. This. Then after this, window manager. Like at a time, we can do multitasking nowadays. So that multitasking, like multi windows, can be handled by this window manager. This. Then content provider. So in this word itself, it has the meaning content provider. So it will provide the content. For example, so what is that? For example, like I opened the WhatsApp. So like I open the WhatsApp. For the WhatsApp, whatever the contacts I'm saving, like I saved your number in my contacts list as a Jayesh. But with the same name, I'm accessing the data in WhatsApp as well. Means this WhatsApp is using the content provider to get the data from the different apps. So such kind of things like Gmail, gallery, contacts, messages. So such kind of all the things will comes under this. Then view system. So each application has some different view, like color combinations, 3D view, basic view, video view, audio view, image view, like such kind of different views. So those all kind of different views can be handled by this view system that is here. This. Right. So then after that, there is a native C and C++ libraries, because this operating system has developed by using the C and C++. So that's a reason. So it is like using that. It is having that C, C++ libraries. Lot of here it is mentioned only few, but like that there are many libraries as available in this. So by all the libraries, when I want to utilize all the libraries, just by importing that, automatically I can utilize that libraries. For example, there is a WebKit. I want to build one Chrome kind of application. By using the WebKit, just by importing that, easily I can build the browser application. Like that, there are many libraries are available in this. The next is the media framework. So that media framework, it will handle that audio, video, text, so such kind of things. It will handle this. Next is the OpenMax AL. So this is the OpenMax, like it is a graphic library. Let's say these two are the graphic libraries. Like this, there are many libraries as there. Next is the runtime environment. So when application is running, so this runtime environment will help to create the files and easy makeup so core libraries and all. It will get the support and it will help here in this area. This is right. Then after that, there is a next layer that we called as an hardware abstraction layer. So previously, hardware abstraction layer as well as the Linux kernel layer, so both are the same. But recently, like 2 to 3 years back, that has split into the two. So that is hardware abstraction. Like whatever the hardware components we have in our mobile, so those all hardware component related things will be handled by this hardware abstraction layer. Like audio means we need speakers, Bluetooth means we need hardware, camera means we need hardware, sensors we need hardware. Like whatever we have, hardware related, screen display, everything will comes under into this. So that will come under into this area. Then last, Linux kernel. So this Linux kernel is, this is the drivers. So nowadays, like when we are installing the operating systems, we are not installing any drivers. But in older days, like Windows 7, Windows XP, Windows, like when we install such things, so after installation of the Windows, we need to install the LAN driver, audio driver, video driver, Wi-Fi driver, like that. Each and every drivers we have to install in the PC. Until unless you cannot install such things, it will be the very basic. It cannot communicate with those all things. Like that, it will be. So here also in this layer, it contains all the drivers, but those all are coming as a inbuilt. Like nowadays, even Windows also it is coming as a inbuilt. Like here also those all are coming automatically inbuilt, like drivers, audio driver, keypad driver, shared memory, power management, USB, Bluetooth, display, camera, Wi-Fi, like this many drivers are coming into picture in this. But for the binder IPC, it will bind. This IPC means inter-process communicator. So this inter-process communicator will combine all the requests. Whatever the requests are coming from the top, like from system app, from API layer, from libraries, from runtime, from hardware abstraction layer, from any of these drivers. So it will combine all in a single place, and from there directly it will interact with the user. So that is the reason we are calling this binder IPC, like Android is run always on the top of the Linux kernel, right? So for example, if we can see here now, I want to open camera. So I want to open camera. So when as a user, when I click here camera, so in this I click on camera. So what it's required? So to camera, to display the camera, one activity is required, right? It will come to the activity. For that activity, it's required one view. So that view is here. Then for that, here media is required. Media is required. Obviously, runtime environment is required. So your hardware is required. So then it comes to the camera. Means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this 7 request will go to the binder IPC. So binder IPC will combine all the 7 requests and it will give the output to the user. So that is the mechanism is happening with this. So this is an architecture of Android. Like this, every application, like by our end of the course, we will create all these step by step. We will create this. Right, this we create all this step by step. We'll create all the things we have to create this. Right. Means whatever the word we are discussing here, by end of the course, each and everything we will touch programmatically by end of our course. Right, hope it is clear, or you have any questions on this architecture side? So as we discussed, like once you buy the laptop, I'll show you the installation process. But now I'll show you the project creation, how we need to create a project. I'll show you here now. So once when we install the Android Studio, it will open like this. So means here for the to develop the Android apps, we are using that Android Studio, right? So from here, this Android Studio where we can download. So we can download from the developer.android.com. So while once you are installing, I'll show you that process. But once when you install this for the first time, it will be empty because no projects you have. From there now, just by click on a new project here. So click on new project. So once you click on new project, it has multiple options here. So it has multiple options. From this multiple options here, like phone, Android Wear, television, automotive. So like means you can create the project for any one of these. But we are concentrating here more on a phone and tablet. So we are concentrating more on a phone and tablet. Also, when we comes to this section, so even in this section, there are multiple options. So it is showing multiple options. But we will discuss one by one options later. But initially, we are going with this empty views activity. So this is with empty views activity. So first you have to select with empty views activity. When you select this empty views activity, when you select this empty views activity, here it will create one XML plus one Kotlin file. It will create this. So then click on next. Once you click on next, here we are giving the application name. So the application name is nothing but here. So this is the name what you want to give the application name. Better whenever you are giving this application name. So just a minute. So here now just we are creating the name. Like I'm giving the first, we are creating the first project, right? So I'm creating the first. So application name, I'm giving the first. Better the first letter should give the capital, remaining normal you can give. Even though if anything, if you give anyway, it will be okay, but it should be better here this. And when you install the new application here, the package name. So the package name, just we discussed about the package in architecture, right? So the package here is C. The default one package is creating. Defaultly, when it will come here, normally package means it will be combination of files. Like whatever the Kotlin files will be there, that files will be saved in this particular folder. So default it will come com dot example dot whatever the here we will give, it will give. Normally we won't touch first position and last position. So first position will come com, last position will come app name. In between, what is the client name? So that we will use the client name in between. Or sometimes client specifically client will give I want this package name. So then we will apply that client name. Then this is the location where our application is saving. So this whatever the code we are building, that where it is saving, this will define the location here. This. Then after this, it is a language. So default it is showing the Kotlin. Java also we can build, but nowadays the Kotlin is trending. Everyone are using the Kotlin. So why that differences while we are starting the Kotlin? What is the difference between Java and Kotlin that we will define there? And also after that, there is a minimum SDK. Like yesterday, before yesterday, we discussed there are many versions in Android, right? So but now, whatever the applications we are building, developing, so that can get support from Android 7.0. So older versions, if you are have a Android 6.0, if you want to try to install, it cannot install, because as per the Google survey, it's Google is recommended that you can go with this minimum. But say, let us say I'm developing, I have mobile, so I want to reduce the version. So here I can reduce the version as well. But better you can go whatever the Google suggestion when you want that you can. So this Kotlin related files will be built. So this support is required. So it will recommended. It will always it can go. Then by click on finish. So once you click on finish, so to create a project for the first time, at least it will take 3 to 5 minutes. 3 to 5 minutes. At least it's take 3 to 5 minutes. But once you create the project, one or two projects, 5 projects, 6 projects, then after daily you are creating the project, it will create very quickly. But when you give a gap, like some updates has happened, so any updates is required while creating the project, that kind of updates can be downloaded. That time it will take much more time. But while creating the project, internet should be present on your laptop. Better always when you are developing, net is mandatory for this development. Without net, it cannot go, because on the go, what is the missing files, what are the things, automatically it can download from there. So that is the reason we have to better always you can connect your laptop with this. But once the project is created here, now here two files will open. One is the activity main.xml. This is XML. The next is the main activity.kt. That is the Kotlin file. So still it is generating here. See here, we will see that project creation here. So once this status has closed, then that time we will treat your project creation has completed. So that will take time. Just we'll wait for that. So once it is done, here proper structure will also come. You see here now it is elaborated manner. Like here also the proper structure will create. So then here we can able to see the view basic, like a basic. We have selected their empty views activity, right? So it will create with a text view. So there is the default code will be there in this. So the default code we can able to see here now. This is the default code it will generate. As for this view, that text view will be displayed on the screen. So that also we can able to see that. Right. So while downloading this now, let I want to, like normally once we create application, we will run these applications on mobile. It means if you have 16 GB or more than 16 GB RAM on your system, you can create emulator and you can run apps emulator. Otherwise, best suggestion, directly you can connect your mobile through USB or Wi-Fi and you can run the applications into your mobile. So that is a suggestible. Like if you want to run the application on your mobile, you have to enable the developer options. So enable developer options. So how to enable developer options? Let us say that every mobile manufacturer has different, like I want to enable developer options. Just a minute. Enable developer option. In you can put whatever your mobile, Samsung. So like this, you can search. Here it will show the steps. Just you can click on that. So go to settings, about phone, software information, bill number, write bill number. Then you can click on multiple times on a bill number. Then you will become a developer. Like that, it will show the step by step. Just you can follow these steps. Here in Google, directly you can search developer options for so and so mobile. Then you can enable the developer option. This. Then after that, along with this Android Studio, you need to install this Visor. So Visor also you have to install visor.io. You have to install this. Just you can download this. You can install this. So here, whatever the mobile external device, if you connect, that you can able to see in this external device. You can able to see here this. Right. So that will be done. Like once this project will create, we'll see still this project is creating here now. So once this project will create, today I'll stop here. The exact like how we are starting the designing part by using the XML means this Android Studio options also one by one I'll explain. Even though if today I'll explain all the options, you will forget that. That's the reason just today I have explained only how to create a project. But tomorrow we will see how to access one by one, how we are writing the code and all that we will start exactly. The coding sessions will start from tomorrow. Right, till it is clear, right, Jayesh? See, once it is created here, now it will become here, that review will come here. Just it is loading, right? After this loading, here this hello world text will be displayed on the screen. Means how this view will be displaying here. The same view we can able to see on our mobile once it is run or install that particular app. Yeah, almost is done. Wait for a minute. See now, hello world has displayed here this like this. Right. So then actual programmatical session we will start tomorrow.